I didn't have no fucking facts at the end of the day. All I had was that feeling, deep, deep feeling that this shit is not for me. And I had no choice but to let it go. What's up? I'm back with another one. It been a minute. A bitch been resting because, baby, it's wintertime. This is my resting season, okay? But today, I decided, why not do a 2023 wrap-up? It's been a year, and that's really what I've been spending my time in resting, doing. Really just looking over all that I've accomplished, all that has happened, all that I'm able to take with me into 2024. And I thought it would be a good idea to ask myself a few questions, and an even greater idea to share it with you guys, share it with the world. So here we are. This is our 2023 wrap up, reflecting over all that 2023 has brought in me and all that I plan to bring into 2024. So let's get into it. You know I like to get straight to it. And I also invite you guys to go ahead and answer these questions in the comments. Feel free to answer them in the comments and tell me about your 2023 and how much it has brought in for you so far and what you plan to do in 2024. So the first question is, how would you sum up 2023 into 3 words? 3 words: I'm still standing. I am still standing. That's a little bit of 4, but I'm still standing. I say that because really 2023 and really just my whole life, it's brought in like a lot of trials, a lot of tribulations, but I feel like 2023 was really the year where I pivoted off of these things that were really meant to bring me down. I was really able to take all those things and create something greater. And I feel like I've done that in the past as well, but I feel like 2023 was almost the closing of that chapter for me, where there is no more of that, you know. There's no more of having to harbor and take on the detriments of life and experiences, because I've already done that part. I've done that my whole life. And I've actually taken the time out in the past few years to allow those things to propel me. And it feels like this feels like the last year where I was able to take all the experiences that happened this year and from my past and pivot from it. So that's what I gotta say for 2023. I'm still standing through all of it. I'm still standing. And now that I know I'm still standing, I can walk into 2024 chin high, confident, and ready to take on everything else there is to come. Okay, next question. Which habits had the most positive impact on your life? This year, I made it a habit to really begin listening to my body and honoring my body's voice, its feelings, and all those things, which has helped me shape a lot of things. My dietary habits, what I'm eating, what I'm consuming, when I'm spending my time, who I'm spending my time around, the environments I place myself in, and also the emotions I'm feeling and how I go about my emotions and what I'm feeling. Because a lot of the times when you are feeling emotions, because in the past I have made it to a point where I'm just solution mind-based, but this year really showed me that it's important to just feel at times. At times you really just need to feel the feelings that you're feeling, and tapping in with my body, honoring the voice and everything within my body has helped me be able to do that. So that was a really good habit. It also helped me develop my intuition on a much, much deeper level. You know, it's one thing to be knowing, but to be feeling it and really being able to embody certain things that you know is a completely different story, you know. And I really, really love that. It has had a positive impact on my life. It has allowed me to have much better decision-making skills, even when it's like, you know, right on the spot. Like, really good decision-making skills and really knowing how to maneuver throughout this world in many, many different ways. Yeah, okay, I'm liking this so far. I'm liking this. Ooh, okay. Me acting like I ain't write these questions. I wrote these questions, but I tried my best to really not remember them, even though I was kind of preparing myself as I was getting ready this morning. but I stopped myself. But I really don't remember a lot of these questions. What was your biggest challenge this year? How has it contributed to your growth and resilience? My biggest challenge. It's crazy. I had to think about this question for a second, and now I actually have came up with 2 answers. So first off, one of my biggest challenges was honoring and being confident in my beliefs, in my individual beliefs, and what I want for myself in this world. And that's why earlier this year I got caught in a whole loop of doing a whole lot of things and trying to implement things that just weren't for me. And I would say that was just my biggest challenge, because at that time it's like I knew what I wanted for myself, but I wasn't quite yet ready and willing to implement it for myself and actually confident to do that. And in me experiencing that, it brought me to a place where I had no choice. And that's what it always comes down to with me. It's always this obligation I have to myself. It's like I'm obligated to live by my beliefs and what it is I want for myself. And even though I tried, and I always try, I tried to do it the other way, the ways I see in society, but it just was not working. It was not working. So in the end, it brought me that obligation that I needed for myself. In the end, I was able to experience that burnout from trying to do it some way outside of myself, and understand that the only way to do it is my way, and obligating myself to that exactly. So I feel like that has helped me grow my confidence in myself and what it is I want to do and all it is that I believe and know for myself. My other challenge this year was being able to make decisions and do things without fully knowing all of the facts, whether if that was like moving into something new or letting go of something old. Sometimes I didn't always have all the facts. It would be my intuition guiding me and telling me like, yeah, this motherfucker not for me, something don't feel right. But I was like, no, I just have to know more. I have to know the facts. I gotta know the facts behind this. And it came down to a point where I didn't have no fucking facts at the end of the day. All I had was that feeling, deep feeling that this shit is not for me. And I had no choice but to let it go. But it has helped me rely more on how I feel. Not my emotions, not that crazy world up there, but more so just the physical embodiment of how I feel about things. And being able to move from that place and trust in that place. Trust the things that I feel, because baby, at the end of the day, once I made that decision, I was able to see things clearly. I saw why that place wasn't for me. I saw why I had to make that decision at the end of the day. But it was a challenge being able to move and operate from a place of solely feeling rather than knowing. It's so fucking cold in here, no cap. Who was there for you during your hardest moments this year? So for me, it was spirit. I called on spirit plenty of motherfucking times. And to be honest, that's all I had. Not because like everybody else was like, fuck you. But you know, even when you're surrounded by people who love you and things like that, everyone is not always able to support you in the ways that you need. And that's when it's really time to go to spirit, time to tap in with whatever it is you believe in. So for me, I tapped in with spirit. It wasn't even that long ago when I was really going through it. I had recently experienced grief for the first time. It wasn't necessarily my first time losing somebody, but it was my first time allowing myself to feel the feelings of losing somebody. So in that moment, feeling all of that, I did have to call on spirit. I really did. But spirit has really been here for me my whole life. Through every step, every corner, every stone. So thank them always. And I'm so grateful I've been able to establish that bond with spirit, because they're kind of like that. They're like the setup for any other any other bonds and relationships that I create. You know, if it's not like spirit, then I can't get with it. If it don't bring that same oomph that they got, I'm not with it. And not that it's gonna be above and all like them, you know what I'm saying? They go above and above for me, above. But definitely it sets up the standards for everything else. Ooh, that's the question I've been anticipating for. I don't know how to answer this yet. Not yet, but I will. What's the biggest change that has happened in your life this year? The biggest change. The biggest change has really been my direction and where I'm going. I remember starting off this year, and although it's kind of like with the same mindset, but how I was trying to implement it looks way different. I remember starting off this year though, like, you know, I was working a job and I was wanting to begin starting something for myself. You know, I did start YouTube a little bit. I got into modeling. I got into a few ideas such as like digital books and things like that. But the mind frame and the way I was operating at the beginning of this year, going into those things, is completely different. I feel like it lacked purpose. You know, it lacked purpose for me. It wasn't about how I can help the world, how I can help myself, how I can share my gift, how I can utilize my gifts. It was just about how can I make an income, how can it be the easiest, quickest, fastest way. It was completely different than what it is right now. And with that, I feel like because it is so different, like now I'm being brought in so many ideas. And mind you, I'm in rest season. I'm resting. I'm not even trying to do too much, but I've been getting ideas like a motherfucker and a lot of things that I wasn't even ever really expecting. So I'm very, very excited for next year and all there is to come. But I feel like that's the biggest change. I was really able to find purpose in my life and find what that looks like for me. This is the closest I've been to purpose in my entire life. And I feel like I'm just on the cusp of it. I'm barely even touching it. But this is the closest I've ever been. So that is definitely something to celebrate. I'm so fucking excited. What are you most thankful for? I feel like I just answered that. I'm so thankful for finding my purpose. I'm so thankful that I was open to even doing that. I could have easily just found a way to do shit I was doing. Well, not so easily because it didn't feel right for me. So I was really obligated to find the things that did hold purpose, hold matters in my heart, and find a way that I can implement that and put it into action. Ooh, shiver me timbers, shimmy me timbers. It's fucking cold, dude. But I'm so thankful I was able to find that for myself. I'm thankful that I didn't fall into the program, into the things that I was once set up with. I'm grateful and thankful that I was able to take those things and allow it to propel me. I'm so fucking thankful I was able to do that. I'm thankful that I found a way. I'm thankful that I found my path. I'm thankful that I've made it and I'm still standing. I'm thankful for that. What excites you about your future? For me, the most exciting thing is recognizing that like I have so much to share. I remember like there was a time and place when I wanted to give things to people, a lot of times and places actually, where I wanted to give things to people. I wanted to be a counselor so that I could help people with their minds and things, but I didn't even have that for myself, you know. And I'm just so thankful that I have curated so much for myself that I am able to share. I'm excited about that. I can finally share. I can finally get in the field and actually help people. And that excites me that I have something to share, because a lot of times in this world things can get greedy because you don't have enough, greedy because there isn't enough to share. But I'm excited that I got something to share. I'm excited that I can get creative with it and have fun with it as well and help people. And also just grow and continue growing within experiencing that, because for a lot of my life I haven't really been able to share so much, you know. I haven't always been here, so that is going to be a new experience, and I'm excited to see what that looks like, see what it feels like, what it sounds like. I'm excited for that. And the fact that as I continue growing, I will have more and more things to share. So, yeah. What is one intention you would like to set for the new year? Let's see. I intend to be at my fullest potential. With all that I have to share, with all that I have, I intend to do it at the fullest potential. I feel like that's a really good intention, because for so long I've saw my potential and I've been able to use it and curate it a bit, but baby, we here and it only gets better, it only gets up. So I'm ready to explore my potential and actually see it and materialize it, see it in action. That's what I intend for this new year. What about you? What advice would you give yourself for this upcoming year? Honestly, Wanda, it's as long as you got the confidence, as long if you have that self-assurance within yourself, you're doing it all. All is being done. All that you desire, all that you see for yourself, all that you create. As long as you got that confidence and reassurance in yourself, you've got this. You got it in the bag. Because everything else already in the bag, but that confidence, oh, can't shit stop it. You know, I'm unstoppable with that confidence, for real. But that's really the advice I would give to myself. Just remain confident within yourself. Keep that confidence no matter where you're going, what environment you're put in, no matter what room, people, places. It don't matter. You are who you are. Remember who you are. And be confident in that. Own it. Claim it. That's me. Yes, it is. And when it's not you, no. I don't feel like that's me. And if somebody believes that, then shit, let them believe it. But be confident in who you are. Be confident that you know who you are. And let that be seen. Ain't no need to hide it. Ain't no need to try to sugarcoat it. It's right there. That's who I am. Let that be known and seen. That's the advice I would really give to myself. And I feel like that's very much needed with everything that I'm doing. Confidence. Because I got everything else. I got the confidence too, but that is one of the things that is definitely a fuel to every single thing else. Something else could lack a little bit, but it could always pick up somewhere else. But confidence, that can't pick up nowhere else. You gotta have that. That's a necessity. And last but not least, what did you discover about yourself this year? So first off, I want to start with a few hobbies that I learned. Like, you know, this is just like a bit of a surface level about myself. I learned a few hobbies that I enjoy doing. I enjoy dancing. I did not know that, even though like when I was younger, I used to dance. But it wasn't until this year where I'm like, oh my goodness, I love dancing. I love singing. I love writing too. I always knew I loved to talk, so that's why we're here. I'm here talking and shit. I love puzzles too. That was definitely a new one. I didn't know I liked puzzles, but I do love doing puzzles. So besides my hobbies, one thing that I really have learned about myself this year is that I have a thirst for knowledge. I have a thirst for learning. That really came up for me so much this year. I feel like it was last year when I started writing in my notebook and writing about certain things, but it was this year where I was literally like diving into the deepest edges of my mind and like being able to pull information, being able to articulate those things as well, which is actually a process that's been going on for a while now. Being able to bring information that's going on in my mind down. But I have a thirst for learning, you know, not just learning from books and courses, but also just my own self. And that's where I found myself. That's where I found out that I had a thirst for knowledge, was learning from my own self. So that is something I discovered about myself this year. That is all the questions for this video today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. And like I said, feel free to answer these questions in the comments and let me know what you accomplished and what you faced this year and what you plan to bring into the new year. And feel free to do that. This is a safe place to just be you and let all be seen. And until next time, my loves, I'll see you.